The sweetest Omega whimper I had ever heard drove me out of my own head as I stood in line at the coffee shop. I glanced down at the dark hair of the woman in front of me, standing before an unimpressed barista. "Ma'am, your card declined. Let me see if I've got enough change." She rifled through her purse, managing to fish out a few quarters and dimes. Definitely not enough to pay for her drink. I could smell her tears from here, and when she hiccuped before a tiny sob escaped, I couldn't stop myself from sliding my credit card across the counter from behind her. "It's on me." The Omega turned to me, chocolate brown eyes luminous with tears, her bottom lip wobbling. Her pale skin was flushed pink and blotchy from crying, but she still had a soft sort of beauty that triggered all of my protective instincts. "Thank you," she said quietly. "It's not a problem. Let's add a couple cake pops to the order, and I'll get a medium flat white." The barista updated the order, and I tapped my card. Then I ushered the Omega over to the side where we could wait for our drinks, reaching out my hand to shake hers. "My name's Miles." She stared at my hand for a moment before her brain caught up to the social niceties, and she took my hand. "Oh, I'm Callie." It was only her petite size and her sounds that had given her Omega status away. In all likelihood, she was on scent blockers, a courtesy to the rest of the world, especially when she was distressed. But it made me wonder what she smelled like without those drugs in her system. The only scent she carried was a faint whisper of sugar that every Omega smelled like beneath their unique fragrance. "Having a rough day?" I asked. Her lip wobbled dangerously again. "You could say that." Our orders arrived and she sipped at her iced chai latte, clutching the paper bag of cake pops to her chest like a lifeline. "Do you want to talk about it? You look like you could use a friend." She nodded after a moment of hesitation, and we snagged a tiny table near the door that got blasted with the Vegas July heat every time someone stepped inside. "Money is tight. Too tight, to be honest. I just wanted a little boost to cheer myself up today. I don't even know what to do. So much is fucked up right now." "I've got a willing ear if you want to share, but I totally get it if you don't want to spill your guts to a stranger." She stared at me for a long moment, before whipping out one of the cake pops and biting off half of it. "Everyone told me not to date him. I didn't listen. Now I'm fucked. He drained everything out of our joint account, and I didn't have anything kept aside in my personal account because he never seemed to have money for rent or groceries or anything useful. Callie gulped down some of her iced chai. "He just left me here. I don't have enough money to get home, and I can't call my family because they all hated Jerry to begin with. I can't handle the 'I told you so.' Fuck. I'm gonna have to find a roommate somewhere. I don't even know if he's going back to the apartment, but I know he can't pay for it." She dropped her head to the table, taking several slow, deep breaths to try and collect herself. Whoever this asshole was, he deserved to run out of gas in Death Valley right now. What the fuck kind of person abandons someone on a trip, let alone someone they'd built a life with?
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.